what's up you guys? It's Drea here. In today's video, I'm going to be ranting to you guys about how horrible my Valentine's Day was, all while applying this mask I got from Ulta, the YesTo Grapefruit Brightening for Dull and Uneven Skin Vitamin C Glow Boosting Unicorn Peel Off Mask. I found this in Ulta and I thought, you know, why not? Naturally packed with antioxidants, also great with breakfast. Oh, it's grapefruit. They're talking about grapefruit. And then the vitamin C is supposed to give your skin a boost of brightness. You guys, if my hair looks weird, I tried to bleach the knots on this wig and it didn't work out and I ended up dyeing it. Look at that. Look, like I part my hair and it's literally blonde in the middle. This is my first time trying to do that, so don't drag me in the comments, please. I hope you guys are ready for yet another mask review and a nice little rant to go along with it. Okay, so first I'm going to read the directions. A smooth and even layer of the mask over clean forehead, cheeks, nose, and chin. Build up an edge around the mask. Relax until the mask gets fully dry, at least 8 to 10 minutes, then lift the edges and start peeling. Rinse off any remaining pieces in moisture. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on for like 10 minutes basically. So just a disclaimer, it was not my boyfriend's fault completely. You guys may be assuming this was mostly my fault. Here's a little backstory. When we got in a relationship like 4 years ago, he had already expressed to me that Valentine's Day was not his thing. He thought it was just another day. It was only catered to women and not men. They force you to spend all your money, and basically Valentine's Day should be every weekend in a relationship. And I mean, I completely agree. However, I was raised with both my parents celebrating Valentine's Day every single year. It was a mutual holiday in my house. My dad got my mom gifts and my mom got my dad gifts. It was never like one-sided. I don't know if I should put this on with my hands or use this little brush because it doesn't seem like it's a lot in here, to be honest. I'm just gonna use my hand, screw it. So my boyfriend and I celebrated for like the first 2 years that we were together, and then somehow I like convinced myself to put my feelings about how I felt about Valentine's Day on the back burner. Never do that, you guys. And then I just basically told myself, I convinced myself that I didn't care. Wow, this smells so good. It says put it on like your face and your cheeks, so I mainly need it on my cheeks. I forgot where I was in the story. Yeah, so I convinced myself that I didn't give a about Valentine's Day basically, and here we are. Fast forward to December 2019. I decided, you know what, we're gonna celebrate next year. I'm gonna plan everything. Valentine's Day is gonna be on a Friday. It's gonna be great. You won't have to think about anything because I'm gonna do all that for him. So in December, I ended up making reservations at this really fancy restaurant called Vic and Anthony's 3 months in advance. And I bought him a gift. I really wasn't expecting a gift because my gift was gonna be him taking me out. No, I got my hair. Do you guys see this? I'm making such a mess. So yeah, I like bought an entire outfit and I like mapped everything out. It was gonna be great. Okay, so fast forward to last week. We somehow got into this discussion about how we were gonna spend hella money in one night. It was gonna be really unnecessary to blow all this money on this meal and then go out afterwards. It's gonna be super crowded, you know, like it's just not worth it in his eyes, basically. I don't even think I'm doing this right, you guys. This feels weird and I'm already out. I'm already out of mask. Well, actually, this is kind of how she looks on the picture. So after he says all this and express how he really feels, I'm just like, you know what, fine. We don't have to go out. I'll just sit at home on Instagram and watch all my followers be spoiled and pampered on Valentine's Day. Whatever, I don't even care anymore. He clearly sees that I'm over it, and I guess he feels bad because then at the last minute he decides to book reservations somewhere else. Again, at a pretty nice restaurant. It wasn't like Vic and Anthony's nice, but it was still nice. We weren't gonna break the bank, that's for sure. It smells so good. This mask, it smells freaking amazing. I smell like a freaking citrus bomb, whatever that is. Right now it's like a 7 out of 10 for me. Anyway, after he booked the reservation for a second time, I'm like, okay, now that I'm happy, all is well in the world, okay? I'm gonna set a timer, let this sit for 10 minutes while I tell you guys the rest of the story. Because it gets bad, let me tell you, it gets worse. Fast forward to Valentine's Day. I wake up and Sean gives me this adorable little book, this little self-care book specifically catered to your zodiac. Mine was self-care for Aries. I found this to be extremely helpful, especially where I am right now in life. I feel like I lack on self-care sometimes. I basically put my needs on the back burner and that's not okay. So this really came in handy. Probably one of the sweetest gifts I received on Valentine's Day, hands down. Then he goes to work and I go on with my day. I don't know how, but I got so caught up in like editing and work and other things, like I barely ate. The day just completely flew by. I was on such a roll. I look up and it's 4 p.m. and Sean is calling me and telling me that he's off work now. My face is tingling and it feels good. So he calls me and he's like, are you ready? And I'm like, ready for what? He's like, are you serious? And I'm like, no, what? Are you joking? Because I'm thinking the reservation's still at 8. He's like, the reservation's at 4:30. So I'm like shook. I'm like, wow, I really messed this up. I've been planning for this day for damn near 3 months. I really messed this up. For some reason, I thought the reservation was still at 8 o'clock. Here I am not showered, not cat. It takes a while to get my catfish on. So I just shower and like, I want to cry, but I don't. So then he gets home and he's like, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do now? So I'm like, okay, we can go to this bar I looked up, or we can go to this restaurant that I looked up. First come, first serve. Do you just want to stay home? We can just stay home. I'm fine with that. At this point, I'm like throwing out all kind of suggestions. And he's like, babe, I don't care where we go. He basically said if we go somewhere, it's gonna be because I want to go there and not because he wants to go there. Him saying that alone made me feel like I don't want to go anywhere with you if it feels like it's going to be a chore, if you know what I mean. If I'm genuinely happy to be out on Valentine's Day and you're annoyed for whatever reason because you just so happen to hate the holiday, then that's not going to make me happy to be out with you. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I'm kind of like all over the place. And yes, I know it's selfish of me to want him to be happy to take me out on Valentine's Day. I know that's not how it works. I know that's immature and I get it, but I'm the type of person to just say, screw it. If you're not eager to do something with me just from the kindness of your heart, then like I don't want it. I'm not that pressed. You know what I mean? We just like won't go at all. It's not that deep. Only because I won't enjoy it then. So I poured me up a big glass of Pinot Grigio. 6 o'clock by now. Go sit in the corner with my PJs on and I curl up and I read the little book that I have. So then he finds me like 30 minutes later because for whatever reason he hates not being in the same room. Like we just have to be in the same room with each other all the time. And he's like, why are you choosing to sulk? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm actually making the most out of what's left of the evening right now. So I guess he feels bad. We end up making up. We decided to just stay in and order takeout because I'm starving by now and I haven't eaten since like 9 a.m. So we were just gonna order takeout, drink wine, watch a movie, curl up. It was gonna be perfect, okay? So I'm getting ready to order my sushi and I see that there's a $20 charge for delivery on the restaurant that I wanted to go to because they're busy and they're short on drivers and it was a holiday, yada, yada, yada. So I'm literally like, wow, this night can't get any worse. Little did I know. Little did I know. So we end up driving to the restaurant because it's close. I end up ordering my pad thai and sushi and my boyfriend is like, I want Indian because I eat Thai almost every single day and that's like an everyday food and I just want Indian food. So now we have to make another stop to go get his Indian food. So he's ordering his food while I'm waiting for my Thai. So we drove 10 minutes to get his Indian food. We park outside the restaurant and then we call them to see if they got his order. They ended up saying no and that it was going to be an extra 20 minutes. So I'm like, wow, this night really is not going according to plan. Now it's 8:30. At this point I'm cranky. I just want to cuddle up, drink wine, watch Netflix and eat something. It's literally been 11 hours at this point since I last had something to eat. He's like, babe, just eat your food, just eat your food, it's fine. So now I'm like angry because like I don't want to eat in the car. I know it's dumb and I know I sound real stupid, but you guys, I was just really cranky at this point, right? I wanted to enjoy my food on the comfort of my couch with a blanket and a nice TV show. I know I sound so dumb. Like, don't come at me in the comments. I suck it up and I eat. And y'all won't believe what happened next. The car battery literally dies. I'm not kidding. It's 40 degrees outside at night and the car battery dies. I got a few bites in, but my appetite is pretty much gone at this point. Like I could literally cry. I was so frustrated and I couldn't like eat my food in the dark. It also wasn't one of those restaurants where you can bring food in. This was like a nice Indian restaurant. So my boyfriend is now visibly frustrated. I think he's like on my level at this point. And I'm like, okay, so what do we do now? What do we call? And he kind of like snaps at me like, just give me a second. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I literally turned around, avoid him, and I try to go to sleep. Like, whatever, you figure it out. I turn my back to him. I hear him on the phone talking to Geico. The guy on the phone is like, yeah, it's gonna be about a 45-minute wait until we can get someone to come and jumpstart your car. So at this point I'm like, okay, yeah, well, I'm really gonna take a nap because 45 minutes, what am I gonna do? Cry. My boyfriend hangs up and then he proceeds to try to argue with me about how this is my fault. He thinks like the battery died because I always keep the seat warmers on. And I mean, I do, but Come on now. Okay, that's not normal. You need to get that checked out. Seat warmers are a feature you paid for when you bought this car. They either need to fix that problem or Infiniti owes you money. Like, I know it doesn't work like that, but do you guys get what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is when you buy something and a feature of that product that you bought is faulty, preventing you from reaping the benefits of using that said product, then you need to contact the people who sold you that product, because that's an error on the manufacturing end. That's not your fault. But anyway, I digress. Be careful if you guys have an Infiniti and you use the seat warmers too much. I'm gonna peel this off now. Wait, we get into this huge argument and we're literally going back and forth in the dark, in the cold parking lot. I just start giving him the silent treatment. Over an hour passes and, you know, I'm not really saying much. Wow, so what happened to that 45 minutes they said they were gonna come? I'm gonna rinse. I rinsed everything off and my skin feels great. I'm gonna put on a little moisturizer and it's now like 10, like around 10. Over an hour had passed and the restaurant was about to close. We see people like leaving out. We decided to call back. They literally tell us, sorry, it's gonna be another 45 minutes because driver's location, they don't have anyone that could be dispatched in our area and it's super late. We're like, okay, great. What happened to the update? First time we called them, they said that they would let us know like where the driver is and like give us updates throughout the 45 minutes. And after the hour had passed, we called back like, hello, like what happened to that? And they were like, yeah, it's gonna be extra 45 minutes. So sorry guys. So basically we would have been sitting in that parking lot for a total of 3 hours if we would have waited. I was in complete disbelief at this point. So he ends up canceling the service and canceling Geico as well because like WTF, you know what I mean? Like AAA would never. So then we Uber home and I give up all hope for a normal evening. I'm actually glad I did because at this point my boyfriend tried to turn on Netflix and it just kept crashing. The night just went from bad to worse. I just took off my makeup, turned on my little meditation and I ended up getting in bed. 20 minutes in, my boyfriend like barges in and he like demands that I spend time with him for the remainder of the evening because he said that he tried and he's right, he did. I was just being cranky for no reason. I don't know, I was being a crappy person that day. I was being super snappy for no reason, projecting my anger onto everyone else because I screwed up. But yeah, we made up and that was that. And that's the story of the worst Valentine's Day I've ever had in my life. I hope you guys had a better one than I did. Back to this mask that I did. If I had to rate it, I would definitely say, I'd say 8 out of 10. Only because they didn't give enough. I get it, it was only supposed to be like cheeks and nose, but like, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't enough. I wanted more. It felt really good and it smelled amazing. I know I was being really crappy in this video and it's pretty much a downer, but I hope I entertained you guys. I hope you guys aren't mean to your boyfriends like I was mean to mine. I love my boyfriend to death and whether we go out or spend Valentine's Day in, I always enjoy myself no matter what. I just wanted to be extra this year. It didn't work out. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below a black heart if you stayed all the way to the end. And be sure to like this video and let me know what you want to see in the future down below. I read every single comment and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!